Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Gains for another video. In this video, I believe I'm going to show you a low cap gem which can seriously 100x our money. I'm saying our because I'm going to share it with you. If it sounds interesting to you, please drop that like. I haven't even told you what it is yet, but it's coming. Give me a subscribe if you're new watching. Before I do dive into this, actually let me just show you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Alkimi. Before I get into this, I need to let you know, I'm not a financial advisor. These are just my own personal opinions on the market. So please do your own research before you invest your money. Guys, get a coffee, pause this video, sit back, because I'm going to be here for a while on this one, talking about it. I want to help you understand what Alkimi is seriously trying to do, and then you'll understand why I invested in this, and you best believe. So Alkimi, what are they trying to do? Alkimi is the very first decentralized ad exchange. You're thinking, what is an ad exchange? Well, there's many ad exchanges out there, and just to show you right now, look at the screen, we have a bunch of ad exchanges, and basically how they work, it's not like your crypto exchanges. Think of it like a place that you log in. Well, advertisers and publishers, they log in and they basically bid for ad space. And ad space, you know, you see a lot of this ad space everywhere. You know, things like on your phones, like at the bottom, you can see this little ad pop up. You see it in many things, like when you're playing games and stuff, all of a sudden, like you have to watch an ad for 15 seconds. That stuff there is what these companies are bidding on. And I'm going to seriously break it down to help you understand how they get this ad space, because you'll understand there's you'll understand there's a lot of money being spent in this space, and this Alkimi, you know, like showing you websites as well where you see ads and stuff. Alkimi is seriously trying to, you know, help these people or companies by giving it to them a lot cheaper. Okay, so let's do this. Hold on, got some in my throat. It's like a frog. I'm not cutting it. Raw, fresh, and I get like Tesco's. I'm not cutting it. Introducing, people cut that stuff. I'm just keeping it in raw, fresh. Anyway. Introducing Alkimi, a decentralized replacement to the inefficient legacy programmatic ad exchanges, with the mission to restore the value exchange between advertisers, publishers, and users. Alkimi is powered by Hypergraph, a revolutionary blockchain technology trusted by the US Department of Defense. They're using some big stuff, guys, which allows us to provide the fastest, infinitely scalable solution with 0% fraud, minimal transaction fees, and complete end-to-end complete end-to-end transparency. Listen, my reading's all crazy sometimes. I just woke up. Alkimi Exchange helps you create ads, products proven to be successful by walled gardens across the open web. Just the simplest way is to explain it is like what I said to you before. All these companies like Google, Yahoo, they all have these ad exchanges. And again, just to go back on this to really help you understand, for example, this app right here, I can't even see it properly. I can see Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's like a weather app. But this little segment right here will always remain there. If that ad wasn't showing, it'd just be an empty square. Now imagine people go on these exchanges like the OpenX and that Double Click, whichever one they want to go to, mostly Google, right? Because we see it on Google Ads. And they bid. They bid for that little square, hoping that when you open up your app, your weather app, you're going to scroll down and see, oh, Costa Coffee or whatever it is at the time. And how does it change? It changes depending on who bids the most for that segment. So that's what's been happening all around us. So when you're on Facebook, because you know Facebook must do it as well, and you see little ad spaces, that's because these companies like Nike, that's advertisers, and you've got publishers like CNN are paying for these spaces so they can publish their ads, and we're just seeing it and clicking on it all the time. But serious amounts of money is being spent, and I need to seriously help you understand this right now. Look at this. Last year, just in digital ads alone, it says here, is this right? 500, no, that can't be right. This is the size of the global market, 576 billion. Digital advertising share of ads, 58%, 340 billion. That must have been what was spent in the last year. $340 billion spent just on digital ads. Meaning when you play your phone and you got to wait 5 seconds to click off the ad, someone paid money for that space. And they're spending a lot. Now, let me just go to this for an example, because this is a fine example. Like, sometimes you play a game, you see Panda pop up, you click away, you watch another ad, another one pops up, and they're constantly paying to get that ad space. The back end is quite technical. Now, I want to try and make it really easy for you to understand. Imagine these guys have got to go through channels, right? And you don't see it. It's all part of like your Wi-Fi hotspot and all sorts. Your router, and they've got to go through channels. And right now, with these companies like the Google ads and all this stuff, they've got to go through multiple different channels. The way they've set up their thing, right? Multiple different channels, and each ping costs money for the advertisers. So what's Alkimi done? They've just shrunk it all into one, which is basically the blockchain, and you can get all that information just in one space, making it super cheaper. Matter of fact, 10 times cheaper than what these other companies are spending. And this is why I think that, this can seriously blow. And if you think about the money that's being spent, if just 1%, because what's 10%? 10% is 34 billion. If just 1%, if Alkimi just took 1% of the money that's being spent, because I think they can take more, but just 1% would be 3.4 billion flooded into the Alkimi project. I'm just saying, that's a lot of money to be spent into Alkimi if they do that. Now, I think they can. Like I said, all these other big ad exchanges, the average fees are around 15%. I know you can't see this clearly, I'm sorry, but try to make it as clear as I can. They're spending roughly about 15%. 10 times cheaper if they use Alkimi on the blockchain. Do you see what I'm saying? I can see it. I can see money coming in. Now, I haven't even got onto how much it's worth and what kind of gains you can make. You best believe that's coming. But first, I need to help you understand a bit more. So they have these premium publishers. So with ad exchanges, they usually have a bunch of publishers on board, like like the certain mobile apps, like your popular apps. They're usually all on board. So or something like that, where you can just come and you can buy the space and whatnots, right? Because that's what they do. They're trying to build their base. Built-in burp action, not cutting it. What? If I should have gone like Tesco's. Alkimi has built-in fraud protection. The others don't. Because, even if they pay for ad space, how do they know that their ad is actually getting viewed by real people? They don't know. Could be bots. So, they have this in place, fraud protection. So, when you're paying for when you're paying for something like a space, people are going to view it. It's similar to like the Veracity. If you missed Veracity, this is for you, I'm telling you now. Access the log level data. So, majority of them can do that. So you can see what's going on. Immutable record. So you can never ever be able to turn around and say, oh no, that didn't happen. This didn't happen, because it's on the blockchain. You can see it every single block. And obviously there's other things. Instant reconciliation. Is that right? I think I said that right. It's basically, when payments are made, you see it instantly. Just something like that, right? You can see it. Scalable QPS and improved UX. I think that this is seriously going to give the ad exchange space a run for its money. It's the first of its kind to be a decentralized ad exchange. And the fact that they're using the Constellation blockchain, DAG is the name of it. DAG is partnered with the US Air Force. Prioritizes blockchain. Reading the ad. As I said, US Air Force prioritizes blockchain security with new Constellation network. You should check out Constellation as well. The fact that they've got a partnership with the US Air Force is big. Please don't underestimate that. But going back to Alkimi, I looked at the team. I was up. This is like what I was just trying to explain to you. Like, there's loads of different things where they got to go to get, anyway, different pings, right? Look, and they're bunching it all into one. Ben Putley, this guy got a serious brain on him. I was sitting there last night for hours looking at the stuff that he does and what he was doing and trying to understand a bit more about this. Because, it was new to me. I'm like, what's an ad exchange? Like, I mean, I knew a bit about ads, but I didn't realize there was an exchange that publishers like Nike, Adidas, and all these people go to bid for spaces. And he broke it down so well and helped me understand. This is a solid team. Check it out in your own time. Now, I'm hoping that you understand a little bit more about Alkimi, what they're trying to do, and obviously how they're trying to save many companies and publishers and advertisers billions of pounds just by using Alkimi. And this here's the show. Obviously, they're partnered with the Constellation, right? Now that's been done, hopefully you understand it if you didn't go back on it. What kind of gains can you make? Because I can see the money flooding in. I can see all these publishers and wanting to come. Because 10 times the money, it's 10 times cheaper. People are going to come. And when they do, I can't help it. I know I've got a squeaky voice. I'm like Ratatouille in it. Anyway, right now, you can't see it. There's roughly, I think, because I was looking on the Telegram and asking people, trying to find out what was what. There's 250 max supply. You're never going to get more than 250 million. But right now, they said there's roughly 15 million circulating in supply. So how can you work out what type of market cap it has? I can show you. You can take 15 million roughly. Might be more, might be less, but it's around about 15 million. Times it by the price, because you need to understand what market cap you're dealing with before you decide if you want to invest, right? So times it by 0.25. I'll be precise, I put the 9 as well, and the 2. 3, 9, why not? Just put the whole lot. You're looking at a $3.8 million market cap. Please let that sink in, please. Because it's mega tiny. Mega tiny. So, if this did a 10x on your money, for example, if you had £1,000 and it did a 10x, it will put the market cap at £38 million, which is 10 times your money back. If it did 100x, 100 times your money, I just told you, if they just take 1%, just 1% of all this money that's getting flooded into these companies and they're paying 15%, if they just took 1%, 3.4 billion floods into Alkimi. Can you see it? Because I can. Where's my calculator gone? Times it by, I'm not cutting nothing. Times it by 100. You're looking at 388 million. That's 100 times your money back. Which means if you only had £100, fine. You would turn your £100 into 10 grand. Mad crazy ludicrous. Bomb. Kind of get it out. Bomb. It's just funny doing it on the camera because I'm not there. Anyway, look at this. 100x times 10. £2.59 pence is a 10x on your money. Times 100. So when you see that 100x, £25.92 pence. Right? I'll just try to look. £25.92 pence would put it at 100x. That's only a 388 million market cap. I think this will go to the billions. I just told you 1% will give them 3.4 billion flooded into Alkimi. The spending, which, they have to basically either lend or take they have to have Alkimi coins in order to pay for advertising space. That's the catch. You see what I'm saying? So they're gonna be buying Alkimi tokens or lending it through users or whoever it is, holders, Alkimi holders. But yeah, I can see it, and I'm just calling a billion, guys. I'm seriously calling a billion. So I'm basically, if this is 100x, times that by 3 again, 300x. 1.1 billion. I'm calling a 1.1. Can't get it out. What am I laughing for? 1.1 billion market cap. 1.6. I'm calling this. Whatever it is, I'm calling this. I don't know how long it's going to take to get there, but I'm calling this 300 times your money back. That's what I'm calling. So, if you had £100, that's 30 grand. Just saying. And if you had £1,000, that's £300,000. It can change your life. My God, can you see it? Seriously, because I can see. Right, so times 10, £2.59 times 100, £25.90 pence. And then you times that by 3 is about 70 something pounds. Let me just do this because I want to be precise with you. I don't want to mess you about. I think I'm messing about too much. Anyway, 0.259 times it by 300. I'm gonna keep it real. That's a very realistic figure. It's only a 3.8 million market cap right now. You're talking 77 quid if it did a 300x. That is insane. Now that's not real enough for you, innit? Fine, I keep it real. Divide it by 3. I'm happy with that. 25 quid, 100x. That's more real in my eyes, because you're only talking a 388 million market cap. You've seen meme coins, you've seen all these types of crazy hype coins pump and hit these prices, and then they collapse with no utility. This has got utility, man. This is gonna stick around for a while. You're gonna see a decentralized space for ads. And that this decentralized ad exchange is going to be the way people go, because they're going to save so much money. Why would I spend 15%? Where's it gone? And when I can just spend 1.5%? I'm just saying, So yeah, how do you buy this? If you want to buy this, guys, unfortunately, you have to you can search Alkimi on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, click on markets. The only place that I know right now is Uniswap. Fees are disgusting, I know, but if you want to get in early, I believe it's going to be very rewarding for you. So I'm looking at them, just see all these animals. I think it's going to be very rewarding for you. And I wouldn't even care about the fee, because I know that when this does a 10, 15, 20, 30, 50x, you'll be laughing. Matter of fact, shout out to Russell for showing us this project. He's a patron of mine. And I tell you that, they're sharing some great stuff on here. And if you don't want to miss out on this stuff, you're welcome to become a patron. I have 7 tiers, take your pick. Because, I'm going to try and push this to as many people as well, try and get it. But they get it first. I recommend my exclusive VIP partner tier. Let me show you. Each tier does different things. You can take your pick. 10% if you want to go with me annually. Entirely up to you. Let me scroll down. This one here, exclusive VIP partner tier. This one will unlock all my posts, so you get my buy, my sell, my stake, okay? You won't miss nothing. If you want that little bit more, I've got a CEO tier. I think my fat head is in the way, so you can't see it. What am I laughing for? Can't help it. My CEO partner tier gives you access to my VIP Telegram group. I feel I'm just spitting everywhere, where I talk to you way before I buy, way before I sell, way before I do anything. I talk to you about, it was all in there. They knew about this. I was telling them about it. Matter of fact, I was so slow on it, because at the time I told them I was sorting some stuff out at home, and they probably bought, so yeah, I'm just trying to get there quickly to buy it. But yeah, if you want to see alerts quick, right here, because I talk to them way before I buy and sell. But yeah, going back to this, don't underestimate it, because I will come back to this. It's mad because they've come at a time, it's actually a good time for them. I would have liked for them to have come at the start of the bull run, but I still think it's going to have a great ride. I think it's going to have a great run up, and people will jump into this. You have to just go to Uniswap. You can use USDC to buy it, ADS. Click on the contract address. Just come over here on the right hand side. You can see it here. Click the contract address and copy it into Uniswap, and then yeah, you can buy those tokens there. It's, again, not investment advice, but 3.8 million, 388 is 100 extra money. It's just, 100 quid could be what. I'm not saying no more. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. I just thought I'd share it with you. So yeah, check it out. Again, I brought up the Twitters. I was checking out the developers, the CEOs, and whatnots. They got about 15,000 followers right now. If you want to grab their Telegram, because I noticed there's a fake Telegram. Be careful, guys. I think by clicking on this one here, so on CoinGecko, clicking over here, Telegram, will take you directly to their official Telegram, okay? And you can see here, 700 people online. So yeah, some people are early. Big up to you guys. This is an early project. If you're seeing this now, you're getting in super early. You trust me. That's all I can say. So I hope I made this clear for you guys. I'm going to leave it here. If this was helpful to you, please drop that like. Give me a subscribe if you're new watching. There's insane gains to make with this coin project. So, and I'm happy to sit back and see what happens. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.